Hi guys, what's up? I go by the name KB. This is African Express. We are glad to have this special guest on our show today. She needs no introduction. She's known for her crazy dance moves. Hi Trayc Selasi.
Hello.
I can see you're already partying in Ghana. I've seen you on a couple of shows. I think you performed on EL's bar concerts and then other shows. How's Ghana treating you?
Amazing. Right now, as you can see, I've lost my voice a little. You know, too much partying, too much shows, too much interviews. You know, I can't help it. I came here to have a good time.
And Ghanaians have been waiting for you for long.
Yes, they have. It's been a while since I've been back.
So in December 2015, you released your first single, Wake Up to Yourself.
Yes.
Was that a wake-up call to music? Is that a viable career path you think you were supposed to?
It was more a wake-up call for myself, actually.
Okay.
Because before I started dancing, music was actually my passion. I actually wanted to do music. I wanted to be an artist. I was just trying to link up with so many people within the industry. Music was actually the first thing I actually wanted to do. So the dance was more a side hobby, you know. But you know, the dance blew out, and it was like, okay, stop the music for a moment and just focus on the dance for a little bit and just see how it goes, and then from there, you know, take it from there.
So do you think dancing really influenced your current genre of music? Let's say Afrobeats.
Yeah, it does influence like a lot of what I do right now in terms of like music, but what people do need to also understand is I don't just listen to Azonto type music. That's what I get a lot. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people will say, oh, I bet you know, you're in your room listening to Azonto all the time. No, I listen to R&B, I listen to pop, I listen to reggae, I listen to dance. You know what I mean? I have a whole genre of music that I listen to. So all those different types of genres, what has influenced me with my music and what I've, you know, wanted to do and inspired to do.
Okay. So what do you think the current state of Afrobeats in music is as it stands now?
It's amazing right now. Like, it's not just a thing in Africa, it's a thing outside of Africa as well. So you have the UK, you have an Afrobeat scene in the UK, you have Afrobeat scene in the US as well, like in New York and all of these different places, even in Europe as well, like Germany, you know, Spain, all of them, they're all like picking up on the Afrobeat scene. So yeah, Afrobeats is just amazing, and it's just only going up. There's no going down from here. Do you understand?
Right. So I've been wanting to ask you, why is it that Ghanaians living abroad, especially UK, don't do the UK genre kind of music? We have the grime, we have the house and all that, but you guys decide to do the Ghanaian style, the Ghanaian vibes, especially Afrobeats.
Do you know what it is? I think, you know, the UK sound like, you know, like grime, and we created that in the UK, so it is amazing. I mean, we do have people who do it. You know, grime has picked up, especially, you know, from like Stormzy, you know, who are just doing it for us like right now. So, but I think a lot of, you know, the artists in the UK, they also want to come back home and do, you know, create music that's from home, because, you know, Afrobeats, you can't leave home. Even if you want to like merge the Afrobeats with the different types of genre, like, you know, right now Afrobeats is a very broad, you know, genre, but we have all the subgenres like Afro R&B, Afro pop, Afro, do you know what I mean? So I feel like one day, like, you know, we're gonna have like the Afro grime as well. We're gonna have do you get what I'm saying? There's Afro trap as well. So I think what people are trying to do now is just merge the whole genre with, you know, the outside ones as well. So
right now, looking at you, how did you build up your confidence to not compromise to doing what you're doing and being who you are right now?
It's not an easy road. I'll just tell you that, like, for anybody that's listening, it's not an easy road because there's so much that goes on. It's very easy to just kind of fall into the trap of, you know, following what trend. Because, you know, a lot of people love to follow trends, especially when it comes to fashion, music, anything. So it's very easy to kind of fall into that. So as a person, you have to make sure you have your morals set straight and you are grounded, you know. So I just keep I keep God with me all the time. My family as well are always there behind me. My management are always behind me, always reminding me of who I am, just to keep me going and keep me doing what I need to do, as, you know, for myself, you know, for the fans to also see and enjoy.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Back to your trendy, what you said about the Ghanaians being trendy. I want to know, is it that music is trendy now, or Ghanaians are just programmed to do some certain type of music? Because looking at the music scene right now, we have people having this. People want to have a certain type of message in the music to put out there before they think their music can just catch up on the market. Do you think it's a trend, or people are just programmed to do it?
I think a part of me feels like it's a bit of a trend as well because you're kind of making music according to what's happening then and there. For example, like the Cardi B situation where you
Sure.
had the song that came along with it as well.
True.
Do you know what I mean? So some people do it as a trendy thing, and there's nothing wrong with it.
True.
It's just fun. It's just fun for the moment. Do you know what I mean? But then I also believe that people should also focus on making music that they feel is true to themselves.
True,
Do you know what I
true,
mean? So,
right.
so yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to dancing.
Okay.
When you first got like chosen for the Fuse antenna video,
Yeah.
how did that change your life as a person?
That changed a lot. It changed a lot unexpectedly.
Okay.
First thing, I didn't, that night that the video came out, like the video already hit like 5,000 views. I was just like, wait, is this real or am I dreaming or what's going on? So it changed a lot because everywhere I go, it's like, oh, that's the antenna girl, that's the antenna girl. Like even up until now, like when I'm walking down my road, it's like, oh, you're the girl, are you not the girl? You look familiar. I'm just like, man, I have a name, but I appreciate the love and support at the same time. So it changed a lot. I had to there was a lot of things I had to change in terms of like how I move, places I go, just people I will be around with as well, because sometimes it can get a bit much.
From the antenna video and all that, I realized you and Fuse had a world tour concerning the music and all. You used to dance with him on stage and all that. Like, how did you feel? Did you feel, okay, that was it for you, or you felt you could have done much after the,
Well, at the beginning, it was just amazing. It was like, because everything was so new to me. So I was learning on the job as I was going. So it wasn't like I took time to research and learn about, traveling and touring and all of that beforehand. So because everything happened so fast, so I had to learn on the job. It was not easy, but it was fun. So what I did was, as I went along, I was just connecting with people and just trying to piece together every little thing. But at the same time, because of the dance and the touring and the performing, it was, amazing. I realized that I was starting to lose myself a little bit because, as I said initially, the music was what I really wanted to do at first before the dance. Or have the dance, as a plus, a bonus. So I realized I started to lose myself a little bit. So I had to after a while, I had to kind of start wheeling it back in. Now that's where it started getting a bit difficult because I'm being called for dance here, I'm being called for here, but at the same time I want to get into the studio. At the same time I want to, do you know what I mean? So I had to find ways to manage my time. And at the same time as well, I was working.
Wow.
Yeah, working, touring, dancing, and making music at the same time. It was a lot, but because I was young, at that time I was younger, so I had a lot of energy, so you could see me everywhere, there. It was just great. So, after I realized that I was losing myself a little bit or losing my passion of what I really wanted to do, that's when I started, speaking to people that I knew in the industry, studio here and there. But as a dancer, going into the music, the respect that, you would think you would get is not as great or as much as you would want, especially the status that I had. Because everyone just sees you as a dancer and everyone just knows you as a dancer. Yeah, she's a dancer, that's it. I don't want to know about the music, I don't want to hear about the singing, or that's how some people, come across But, I had amazing people in the industry that actually helped me, advised me, and, just put me on the right path. And that's how I kind of went about, and just from building up my relationship with, all these people. So yeah, this is where I am right now,
Okay, so do you think people are ready for you as a musician? Do you think people are going to accept you for doing music?
Oh, they have to accept me. They have no choice. You have no, by fire, by force, you will accept me. Like, because I'm not going to stop. You know what I mean? Even if, because, you know, as you go along, you know, you're going to have haters. You're going to have supporters. So I'm still going to make music and entertain people, like, you know, everybody, both haters, both supporters. No matter what, I'm still going to entertain because I know there'll be, you know, my aim is for people to find joy in what I do, like, you know, see the joy in what I do and then feel joy as well and make people happy. Right. So that's the whole aim of everything, like, that I do right now.
Okay, so women in music, do you think they're in a vulnerable position right now?
Right now, I feel like they're not in as much vulnerable position as before because right now the women are rising up. And I see a lot more women doing the thing, you know, it's just a matter of just pushing more. Because I know in the industry, obviously we all know is male dominated. There's a lot of males. And there's like every left, right, there's probably like one woman to like maybe 10 male artists, let's just say. That's just off the top of my head. So it's very male dominated. So I think us as women, we have to move smart. We have to move smart because it's not easy. True. We know that the men, obviously, they go through their hardship as well in the industry because there's so many men. So they have to find ways and loopholes to get to the top. You know, but as women, because of our, you know, beautiful self, I was gonna say something else. Because of our beautiful selves, you know, sometimes we can get, you know, we can be taken advantage of, or, you know, some guys that could just see us and just see, you know, one thing and they just want. Sure. But us as women, we have to move smart and we have to move different. But it's not easy. But we're pushing and we're pushing and we're pushing and we're pushing and we're getting there. 2020.
We're ready for you guys.
Yes, be ready because the women are coming. It's about to be like, it's a women empowerment. Like, it's gonna be a crazy year.
Because I think I've seen a lot of women in the industry right now. Talk of Ghana, Nigeria. We have Becca, Tiwa Savage, and all that. And putting these people on scale, I think they are doing far better than most of our artists we have currently. I mean, our male artists we have currently. And I think it's a good step. It's kind of like motivating other women. What's empowering you as a woman and keeping you motivated?
So what, as I mentioned earlier, God.
Okay.
I'm always having conversations with God, like every moment of the day, any time of the day. I'm always, communicating with God, just being grateful, just thanking Him for everything. Okay. And of course, my family, like my brothers and sisters, are always behind me, like, yeah, go on. Or if something goes wrong, like, girl, you know. And then obviously I have my management as well. Okay. That are just always just keeping me motivated, just keeping me like going. We all know, everybody knows, I have energy for the whole of Ghana. Yeah, so everybody.
Your family was supporting even before
they've
music,
been supporting.
Even with the dance?
Yeah, they've been supporting me from before, you know. But, you know, as growing up as an African, especially back in, you know, in the Western world, like in London, when you come to your parents to say, oh, you know, we want to do music or we want to do they'll be like, maybe why don't you try and be a doctor? Why don't you try and do something else? And so, you know, I remember my mom had given me that conversation that, you know, I understood as well. And I was like, okay, fine. You know, I actually I went into nursing. So I studied nursing for a bit. But at the same time as studying nursing, I was just trying to do my performance thing, dancing everywhere. And, you know, I was in a girl group as well, like, you know, girl dance group. So we were performing at all sorts of places. So I was trying to study at the same time as dance. But, you know, all these little things that, I came from, these are all the things that kind of empowers me and gives me all that motivation to keep going.
Okay. I think you have a bigger fan base, like a large fan base, from your music, I mean your dance days, and then now to music. Yeah. How do you intend to use social media to empower women, especially your fans?
Just constantly just putting out content that helps them feel confident with it. You know, like, for example, like with Bottom Power, the song. That song, was created, and the whole meaning behind Bottom Power is for women to feel empowered within themselves and feel confident, no matter the size, no matter who you are. So, you know, when you think Bottom Power, you think, yeah, a woman with a big fat derriere, you know. What I'm trying to put out there is for women to feel empowered, no matter what size you are, whether you have big bum, small bum.
You should move away.
You know, just feel confident. Even if you do surgery on your nyash, just feel confident. feel comfortable, like feel comfortable
Sure,
within
word,
yourself.
word,
So
word.
that's the whole idea of, you know, bottom power.
What's next for you as a musician?
What's next for
Yes.
me? Next year, 2020, I'm trying to, not trying to, but I'm working on my EP.
Okay.
You know, I want to put out some projects next year. That's what I'm working on right now. Working on some collabos as well, and obviously working towards, you know, performing on like some well-known stages, you know, like the festivals. The festivals were coming. See, I'm looking at my manager right now. The festivals are coming. It's all down, written down. So that's what I'm working on right now, and just working hard and just entertaining the whole world. So I'm just trying to work with, you know, some underground artists here, as well as, you know, well-known ones as well. You know, just pushing out music. Like, so 2020, I'm not sure when yet, so don't ask me for don't ask me for the dates yet.
Is the next question coming?
Yeah,
so.
I knew that would be the next question. But yes, I'm just working on my EP and just working on some projects, and of course just working on just hitting those, you know, big stages, festivals, and all of that. So that's
When you're
the
going
main
to stay
thing.
in Ghana for long?
Oh yeah, I'm going to stay in Ghana for a bit. So I'll be back and forth. I'll be back and forth because I also have to cater to my fans back in London as well.
Sure.
So I can't leave them behind. I already have people like from London like hitting me up like, yo, when are you coming back? Like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so it's just, I'll be going back and forth in between.
Okay.
So yeah.
As you're Ghanaian and you're black living in UK, do you feel the necessity to encourage or like convince people living in the UK, blacks living in the UK, to find their roots?
Of course, like, I'll give myself as a prime example. I was actually born in Ghana, in Kumasi, to be precise.
Oh, okay.
Yes, my little hometown right there. So I was born in Ghana here. I went back when I was 8, and as I went back, now there's a lot of things that were just different and that I had to get used to. As time went on, of course, I got used to them, and you know, even just down to like speaking my language, I started losing it a bit. I can understand it, but speaking it is not as great. So I feel like I needed to come back here to bring that back up and bring, you know, my speaking, my language, and not even just that, also my culture, just my people, just to connect with my people again. Because when you're back there, you can lose yourself a bit because the system there is different from the system here. So I mean, here, I love it here because you literally free to like do, home. Yeah, it feels like home. You're free to like be yourself. You don't have to like look elsewhere. Like back home is amazing, it's beautiful. Like back in London is beautiful, but sometimes it's not as friendly. You know, it's not as. But here you can literally just go outside and people will just wish you good morning, good afternoon. Back home everyone's like work, 9 to 5, this and that. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes it can get a bit difficult. We have our times to have fun, but then at the same time when it's time to work it's like serious. So, you know, coming back home here is just, and reconnecting with my roots, I would definitely advise for everybody that is, whether you were born here or not born here, or born in London or US, still come back home and just get to know your culture, get to know where you know, were originated. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I definitely advise it, even if you want to do music as well.
So since you're in Ghana, are we going to see you on any stage? Have you performed on any yet? I know you've done a bit of them, sorry. Are we going to see you on any upcoming stage?
Of course. So, you know, as you see, I've already done the bar concert, EOS concert. I also did the Crusade the other day. That was amazing. Yes, that show. I lost my voice because of them. That's why my voice is gone, because it was an absolute crazy show. Tonight I've got King Promise's show as well. That I'll be performing at. That's going to be crazy as well. So trying to prepare my voice for that one as well. Then, but upcoming, I've got the Food Truck Festival, All White Jungle Festival, and Ice Cream Fair as well. And I'm also doing a little intimate private show for myself early January, on the 3rd of January. So that's your exclusive right there.
That's an exclusive right there. So I think you're going to make it for that one.
Yes, please, you have to.
Do you want to give any info on it, or?
Yes, of course. It's going to be at a hybrid lounge. The show will start from 5 p.m. So we'll tell everybody, you know, come from 5.
Everyone is invited?
Everyone's invited, but it's going to be an invite only. So we'll send out invitations out because I want it to be intimate and private, you know, just, you know, friends, family, and just, you know, my close supporters, you know. So, yeah, so if you want invites and all of that, send in your emails, then we'll email over invites.
Okay,
So
okay.
before I go back to London, I want to make sure that I connect with my friends here as well,
Sure,
just so that when I'm back as well, we're ready and we're going, we're moving.
It was nice having this interview with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
So yeah, we'll meet on 3rd January.
Yes. I'll see you on 1st January.